we're seeing innovation around AI, automation, data and robotics converging.
I think it's going to be perhaps the biggest change in computing and user interface.
It's going to reshape how companies think.
And this is creating lots of exciting new possibilities.
I think it's a game changer.
So we've got increasing demand for services at the same time as there are really significant budget pressures on the local authority. So that means that we have our workforce that are challenged to meet those increasing demands. What I would like to see for my staff is less time behind a desk doing administrative work and more time with children and families doing the things that makes a difference to them.
When people think of being a social worker, they are thinking of spending time with families, with vulnerable children, with adults, being able to get to know them, to understand them, what's going on in their life. They're not thinking about doing paperwork. It's absolutely part of the job and it's a really essential part of the job, but it fills up a huge amount of time. So what I would really like to see is that admin burden reduced. And that means for our social workers that their workloads are more valuable. That makes the job more satisfying. That hopefully means that they don't feel as stressed. They're not going to end up off sick because they're stressed. They get to spend more time with their family, which is really great for their well-being. It means that hopefully they'll want to stay at Barnsley because we're using these really forward-thinking technologies that make the job more satisfying.
In terms of the release out, it was very much en masse. That has allowed use cases to sort of rise up independently alongside the more coached approach that we're taking.
How excited were you when you first got Copilot?
I was particularly excited to see how it could enhance business support and save their time and resilience.
How did you learn how to use it?
I did a lot of Outlook practices first to make sure I understood Copilot correctly and its functionalities. And when I was confident, I enrolled on those webinars, which gave me a better understanding.
It's all about sort of the art of prompting, isn't it?
You're right, it's about making sure it understands what I'm asking it to do, but so far I've had good success with it and I'm encouraging everybody to use it.
From a communications and marketing perspective, obviously it's a bit of a game changer. The way you can actually use it to inspire you to write press releases, news stories, come up with some ideas for social media posts. It's been an absolute game changer for us.
When you work in learning and development and you've got to be quite creative, you need space to be creative and innovative, so Copilot's kind of given us back, even just if it's just an hour here or there, that we can use that to focus on developing new learning packages and the e-learning that we create as well, so that kind of time that we're getting back has been really beneficial.
I am lead for children's services in terms of the rollout of Copilot.
And what sort of things have they been using it for, that they find useful and time-saving?
Instead of it just being a transcribing service, it will actually co-pilot that into sections of the meeting, different topics, and also assign actions to different people from the meeting. So it goes one step further than transcribing. It's that intelligence that pulls those meeting minutes together, which is actually a huge time saver for social workers.
There were some anxieties about will it replace us, and absolutely no, it doesn't. It just makes us do our jobs better.
I'd got a presentation to give over IT. I'd do it myself, what I wanted to say. I took that then and created a presentation from it, and it was actually really good.
It turns you to be a person in the role, and that shines through rather than being necessarily technical knowledge at all, because you're really good at making a presentation.
When you're replying to an email and you're using Copilot, it takes into context what somebody's written to you, and I find that so helpful. So I don't have to read through 10 emails that have been sent to me in the thread. It's just there at the top, and I just really love it, actually.
I think what's going to be exciting about it is finding out what it can be used for.
If somebody asks me something, can Copilot do this? I'm quite often quite likely to say, actually I don't know whether the Copilot can do that. Your best option is to ask Copilot whether it can do that or not.
One of the aims of the exercise is to make Copilot pay for itself 4 times over. We've issued a vision statement and we are collecting on KPIs that will help us to prove that business case. They generally leave a room saying, when do I get it? Which button do I press?
What I'd like is a few use cases where we get real bang for buck.
It's been an absolute game changer for us.